it's Sandy. I'm making a quick soup today. Not really difficult. You brown off some ground beef and onion. You put a little olive oil on the bottom of the pan, put the onions in, and then throw the ground beef in. And then you throw a clove or two of garlic, depending on what you like, but start one clove, minced. And I did a whole carrot. It was a pretty big carrot. I used one of the graters, one of the big graters, and grated it. And then you buy a can of cannellini beans. Just rinse them off. And you need some beef broth. And I'm going to actually put a little small penny in here, and not that much. So after you brown everything off a little bit, you're going to put your beef broth in there. It's kind of like, it's a bit of a thick soup. I know Rachel already calls it a soup. This is the beginning of tons of different soups. You can put vegetables in it. You can put, I used to make Sandy soup. I would put tons of vegetables in it, broccoli, spinach, cauliflower, whatever I can get my hands on. And then tortellini. And we used to, my friends named it Sandy soup. It's very hearty, very good. Okay, so you let that boil a little bit. As soon as it starts to boil, you can put in, toss in your pasta. Probably put in your pasta just a little before it starts to boil. Don't put too much pasta, because you do have the cannellini beans that you'll be adding. Okay, I just added my pasta. I use small penny. You can use ditalini. You can use ziti, rotini, whatever you like. Or even tortellini, like I mentioned earlier. I'll let that cook for a moment. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of tomato sauce. I use a jar. I like making all different kinds of sauces, but I haven't really overly mastered the tomato sauce. And just a little bit, maybe half a cup. So to recap, I've used a half of a large onion, about a pound of chopped meat, and then I put an entire carrot. You can put celery if you like. I put a huge clove of garlic. I did a box of chicken broth. And I put some ziti in there, about a cup of tomato sauce, and we're going, the broth was about 32 ounces, so it was one of the boxes. And then after the pasta cooks, the very last thing we're going to do is add the cannellini beans. And then, of course, we're going to top it with some grated Parmesan cheese. Always fresh. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, we're cooking for a little while here. The pasta is done. I always forget to mention, I always salt and pepper pretty much every step I do. So when I put the onions and the chopped meat in, I did a little salt and pepper. And then I always use a little granulated garlic. I have onion flakes, and then a little salt and pepper. I throw a little oregano in here, depending on which tomato sauce you use. My advice is to taste it. Take a little bit in a bowl and just add the ingredients that you think would work, and then add them. Everybody's taste is different. I'm one of those people who hate cilantro, but I know there's people out there who love it, so everybody's taste is just a little different. So here we go with the cannellini beans. Let that cook for just one more minute, and then we'll be ready to serve. Ummies! Okay, there we go. I dressed it with the Romano cheese. Is the microplane, and enjoy it. Any questions, give me a holler at Sandy Craft on Facebook. And you can add, again, whatever you like. If you guys like escarole, put escarole in there, and just give it a try. The worst thing that happens is it doesn't taste good, and you eat it anyway. All right, enjoy.